Well, this is kind of awkward. You join me at the end of Q3 for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, where I've just sat and recorded all of qualifying and all of the pre-race stuff, you know, upgrades and stuff, and only to discover that OBS had crashed in the background. I hadn't noticed, so I've just lost 20 minutes of my work, so that's good. But Fernando Alonso qualified P3, Stroll P8, and here we are. So we'll just have to crack on with the race. It's quite annoying, but I'm kind of used to it now. So we'll go to the race, and I'll have to, the start of the next episode, I have to talk through what we've actually done, what's happened. Well, actually, no, I can show you qualifying. You are, look. That's the overall qualifying. We were comfortably through. We were there or thereabouts throughout all of free practice. FP1, 2 and 3. So we were there or thereabouts. We're comfortably ahead of the battling pack. We're sort of in a battle with Ferrari and Mercedes for best over the rest. So it's probably going to be a one-stop strategy. Medium to hard, maybe soft. Could we do soft, medium, hard? No, we'll do medium hard because that's probably what the AI are going to do. Do we do something quirky with Stroll? Hard, medium? Yeah, why not? We'll start the race. Crofty, take it away.
Clear skies tonight with the drivers having... We're now moments away from this, the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
Thank you, David Croft. Lights out and away we go indeed, as Alonso, starting from P3, loses the position immediately to Lewis and to George Russell. No, when he gets it back, we'll go attacking off the beginning, push forward.
You can stop,
and we'll see,
coast.
And he stays ahead. Lance Stroll's jumped up to P7 ahead of Carlos Sainz. So that's good from Lance. Let's have a look at that.
Let's take a look at the
standard run around the outside of turn 2. It is on his hard tyres as well. Is everyone else on hards? Anyone else on hards? We should check the tyres now. Let's find out. Anyone else on hard tyres? Leclerc, Stroll, Sainz, Perez on hards. Everyone else on mediums. A couple of soft runners at the back. So this should be either hard mediums, mediums hard, or soft mediums, or soft medium hard. We'll go into times 8 speed. As when the field begins to spread, we'll keep on aggressive fuel mode for now, because we don't need to worry about fuel at the beginning of the race. We can easily save later, and the Red Bulls have already disappeared. Alonso is a 10th behind Perez, Russell a couple of tenths back. Do we go for the overtake on Perez with Alonso? Why not? Let's get some clear air. He's on hard tyres after all. So he should be faster than him at the beginning of the race. We use overtake there to get past him. Stroll is battling with Leclerc, which is nice to see. But Perez has got past Alonso. That could be a race-long squabble, so it's not something we're going to focus too much on. Perez, Verstappen will get away. Let's have a look what Alonso's done. And overtake on Perez. Is it a DRS standard move down towards turn 27? It is around the outside from Alonso. The move. Overtaking Perez there.
Make it look so easy.
Perez on the hard tyres. We need to try and run away from Perez. He's going to go long. We don't really want to get into a squabble with him. So if we can break the DRS with Alonso, that'd be useful. We're up into Max Verstappen's DRS. We can just sort of sit with Verstappen and just get towed along with him. We don't need to squabble too much. Stroll's doing a lot of squabbling with Leclerc and the Ferraris. Alonso set fastest lap. We're now 2 seconds clear of Perez, which is what we want to start the race. So we're clear of Perez and his DRS. 2 seconds ahead. We're sitting with Max. Stroll is dueling the Ferraris. Do we let him... He's on hard, so it doesn't really matter, does it? You can just sort of chill. We're going to have the gap to Ocon, so... P8 is a minimum here, like in reality, because of the natural pace difference with us. Stroll overtakes, Sainz overtakes Stroll. That's just going to be an ongoing thing, I think, as they continue to dance between each other. We'll use a bit of overtake just to see if Lance can get clear of them. don't want to hold him up. Because in an ideal world, we'll use Stroll to get ahead of Hamilton as well. So he's 2.5 seconds back. Alonso's locked up on turn 12. I should be paying attention instead of focusing on Stroll. What's he doing? For a man of Alonso's experience, he's gone wide. That is disgraceful. He's let Russell back into it. Now we're going to have to try and break away again. We're going to harvest some ERS with Alonso. Just because he's got none, and then we'll use it to deploy and get away from them as we approach the first pit stop around about lap 20. Game's saying.
Mercedes moved up a place.
But we're not going to do lap 20. We're going to try and go a little bit longer, just have a bit of margin at the end of the race. Alonso's down to 5th now. Safety car, safety car. Who's out? Verstappen's out. What has Max done?
Safety car.
Alonso's going to box. Stroll can chill. What's Max done? Max has crashed on turn 1. I would like him.
Here we see Max
All on his own. What's Max Verstappen doing? We can see us squabbling in the background. He's just locked up on such a comical crash. But Max Verstappen, our championship rival, is out. I'm gutted for him. Gutted for Max. Not really. The safety car is out. Stroll's going to stay out and harvest tyres because he's got. He can go the distance. Alonso's going to box. It's only a couple of laps early, but there's a couple of laps behind the safety car anyway. So this is good for us. Safety car hasn't even left the pits yet. Still just chilling there. I assume it'll leave now in a second as the leaders approach. Yeah, Alonso. Anyone else in? They're all in. Russell, Hamilton, and Alonso in. The Mercedes double stacking, and we've jumped Hamilton. Is Hamilton going to fall behind Gasly? No. So overall, net rates lead. It's Hamilton, Alonso, Russell, Alonso, Hamilton really. Because the 3 ahead have to stop. Stroll's a little worse on his tyres because he's a little heavy-footed. Is our Lance Stroll. So we'll try and use some of the upgrade points on him to make his tyre management a little bit better. As we wait, the safety car's in already. That was quick. So it's a very short safety car. As they're away, back underway, we head on board with Fernando Alonso as he's attacking the Mercedes of George Russell. I know we're getting them confused. Hamilton, Russell, and Stroll. Obviously on our fresh hard, so we might have to make a late safety car stop, late stop for softs, but we should be able to see it through to the end. What can Alonso do as they're all sort of bottlenecked behind Leclerc? As Alonso falls behind Hamilton. Not good. Don't want to be squabbling too much with these guys. We really want to be ahead of George Russell, so we can use Stroll as a bit of a blocker. We'll push with on the fuel and overtake. See if we can get past George Russell. Hopefully we can when the DRS becomes enabled next lap. Because we just want to use all of our ERS really either. Yeah, we've used it all. This is so bad, man. These hard runners. Stroll is letting Perez run away with it because he's too busy dicing with science.
Good job.
Stroll could be in a
No saving required.
Stroll's going to be pretty quick at the end of this race. Let's have a look at Stroll overtake science. Is it another one? It is. He's round the outside at turn 1. That's new. Don't see that very often. As he just swoops ahead. Yeah, easy. Our car is rapidly in a straight line. Well done, Lance Stroll. Up to P2. This is good for our championship though, regardless. Because I said 25. Max 25 gain over Max anyway, so that's good. We're gaining regardless of what happens here. So let's jump ahead. Lap 23 now, and we're still here, still in the Stroll train. Perez is getting away. Leclerc's overtaking Stroll. Alonso's stuck behind Sainz. We might go back to neutral on the fuel. We'll harvest some ERS, and we'll try and then go for a little push in a bit. We're comfortably putting ahead of Gasly. So there's no threat really from that back behind. And it's just a matter of seeing what goes on. As long as Alonso can stay in touch with Russell, because that's the main threat for the lead at the moment. Really. Because all the others haven't stopped yet. Stroll, Perez, Leclerc, Sainz. Although they will be rapid towards the end of the race as they come out on mediums, but they might come back into that pack there. Safety car. Nick de Vries has crashed.
Safety car.
Oh, I think it's a bit early for Stroll. Yeah, it's a bit too early.
It's a crash.
It's a bit early.
Safe fuel.
Bit early.
Yeah.
Although if Perez comes in, I might copy him. Is Perez gonna come in? They do. I think I've made a mistake there. I've made an error there. Sorry, Lance. I've made an error there. I should have just trusted myself and boxed. I should have boxed him. That's my bad. I've cocked that up. But anyway, we're gonna have to hope for the best now. Safety car. He's back in. That was quick. Stroll is still there in P2. We'll get him to push, overtake on Russell. Alonso is directly behind. But now Perez and Leclerc and that lot all are on mediums. Stroll's still there on his 42% hards. But he's gonna box, he's gonna come back out so far. I've really screwed his race here. Really screwed him. I have to tell him to let Alonso pass too. Do not fight Alonso, let him pass. Hold the guys up behind as well. Can you manage that? Give Alonso a bit of breathing room before we box him at the end of the next lap. We'll box him. I ruined his race by accident. Although I should have boxed him. I ruined. Sorry, sorry, Lance Stroll. He's gonna come in now. He's last place.
Red Bull moved up.
So Russell's in the lead from from Perez and Alonso. Stroll is down in 18th. Oh, this started off so well. This should have been so good, but no, I had to mess it up. So this should be good. We should be on for a podium though. I do expect a podium. I expect Lance to get back up to P10 because the gaps are quite small there, and he does have fresh mediums compared to the guys around him. And some people are doing a second stop. Joe, they were there with the soft runners at the beginning, aren't they? So he should be able to get up to P10 because there's only about 6 seconds between him and them. Alonso, meanwhile, is still battling with Russell for P2. Perez is getting away now. That's okay. P2 is what we might be the maximum now. We could go after Alonso, after Perez. Is it worth it? We'll push. We'll try. Just to try and get away from Russell. Just because he's being a pain. If we can break the DRS on Russell. Stroll's up to P12 there. Stroll's overtaken Bottas. And did he overtake someone else as well? Come on, Lance. He's overtaken Bottas there. Does he go around the outside of the Alpha Tauri? No, he chops him off aggressively. No, he didn't. But I assume he will do in the next couple of laps there. Oh, he did. He's up. Okay, he did. Next on his target is Piastri. We're going to use Alonso to try and break Russell's DRS, which he has. We can just go back to neutral, and I imagine that'll be it for him now. We're going to settle into P2. I don't think Russell's faster than us. All of Stroll's caught up to Piastri already. Alonso going back to conserve fuel. Stroll can overtake.
Copy.
On Magnussen, who's Piastri's up ahead there. Look.
Overtake.
So we'll go on board with Stroll as he blitzes past Kevin Magnussen. Well done. As he moves on to Oscar Piastri is his next target. 1.1 seconds up the road, but our car is about a second a lap quicker than everyone else's. Or it's about 6/10 quicker than the guys in the midfield. So we should catch up to him pretty quickly. He was all the way. You know, look at the gaps he's made up. These are Lance. Lance is rapid. Alonso is come to be 2. Russell is P3. Perez, fastest lap. We might conserve and harvest and go for a fastest lap, perhaps. At the end, keep an eye on that gap though, because I don't want it to come under a second to Fernando Alonso. On Stroll in the DRS of Piastri, we'll get him next. Is he going to get him this lap? Just round the outside of turn 1, that has been his favourite overtaking position this race. Can he catch up to Lando Norris? Possibly, because they are squabbly. If he can get back up to P7, I think that would be a great recovery from him. I'm going to go back to balance with Alonso, because Russell is closing in. I don't want him to get the DRS, because the DRS is very powerful around here, and he hasn't. He's about a 10th short. He's George Russell. So 5 seconds to Perez. Let's skip forward a little bit, see what happens. George Russell's got in within a second there, slightly, but he falls out a bit. As we're going to try to keep George Russell at arm's length. Stroll is rapidly catching Lando Norris, kind of. No, he's hovering around 3.5 seconds is that gap to them, as he has to defend from Piastri, and I can't push with him the fuel because he doesn't have the fuel. We are going to go for a fastest lap potentially at the end. What's the tyre wear like? We're the worst of the tyre wear between us and Russell, so we will be slightly slower. Stroll overtakes Piastri again, so it might just push just to get away from Piastri with the ERS there. So we approach the final 3 laps. Russell 1.1 behind, Stroll 1.7 behind Norris, but out of ERS and low on fuel. We'll go a bit aggressive on the tyres because Stroll has the margin to push. Stroll is within a couple of tenths now of Lando Norris, Ocon and Gasly. What a recovery would be if he can get them. We'll go for overtake. Will he be able to get them on this DRS section? Our car is pretty quick in a straight line. It's Alonso now. We'll go for a push. Let's see if we can get the fastest lap. ERS is empty for Stroll. I don't think he's going to be able to get them.
Copy.
We'll harvest down here. As Fernando Alonso starts his final lap. Is Lance Stroll going to be able to do anything? Low fuel range. We can't do anything there about it, Lance. Sorry. He's going to sneak up the inside of Lando. No, nothing happening there. Overtake failed. A bit harsh. Didn't really try for it.
Last lap
now. Perez comfortably ahead. And we're going to hold on to P2, I think, from George Russell. Fuel is getting low. Stroll can't push because he's got low fuel. And he's not good at it. He's not very good at fuel management. We're struggling here. But I don't think he's going to get him. As we're going to end the end of the race. We're going to go on board with Perez to cross the line. Sergio Perez is going to win this race. Will Fernando Alonso steal fastest lap? I don't think he is. I don't think he's going purple. Did he get it? He went too purple.
Checkered flag.
Did he get it? Did he get it? I don't know. Did he get it?
Let's move from here.
Did he get it?
Well done, guys.
We can take a look now. What a race!
Did Alonso get it? I don't think he did. I'd be surprised if he did.
Sometimes you take the incredible skill of these drivers.
That's a great result from us there. Shame about my decision with Lance, but you know, I generally thought the others weren't gonna box either, but they did. So that was my bad. As we're still waiting for the others to finish, is Lance Stroll gonna get them? I don't think he is. No. That's okay. Double points finish. It should have been more. Verstappen, you gained 18 points on Verstappen, so that's fine. That's okay. Good result there in the end. There we are. That's the end of the result. End of the race. Perez from Alonso from Russell. Top 3 drivers. Perez takes the control at the top of the championship. We didn't quite get fastest lap. How close was Alonso on the last lap? 32.697. What was the fastest lap? He was 3 tenths off, so he was never, lost it all in the final sector of the tyres. Perez leads the drivers. We retain our lead in the constructors, 3 points to Red Bull and 1 point to Perez, respectively. So that's been a very unusual episode. But thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you do want to stick around to see how, did you want to stick around to see if we can get Alonso this title? I would appreciate it. I'll see you all for the next race in Australia. Thank you all for watching and goodbye.